Professional racquetball converges on Kansas City, a city with a storied sports history. Enter the TeamRoot.com Supermax Slam. $60,000 in prize money on the line. The best athletes from around the world. This is the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour.
Welcome everybody to the 2020 TeamRoot.com Supermax Slam here in Overland Park, Kansas. My name's Tim Baghurst, and we are about to start a quarters doubles match between the 1 seeds Longoria Salas, the 8 seeds Laime Rivera. Longoria Salas have dominated the doubles bracket, but they've had a couple losses against the 4 seeds for this tournament, Rivera, who will be playing to my right here in a few minutes. If those two advance, they will, on paper, take on the 1 seeds Longoria Salas in what would be a repeat of the U.S. Open in 2019. There's 2 players looking to make sure that that doesn't happen. They are Maciel Rivera and Brenda Laime, wearing the Formula Flow shirts. And by the way, go to our website, LPRTour.com, and you can go to the store and you can buy Formula Flow products and also Splathead products. I'm wearing a beautiful Splathead sweatshirt this afternoon. It's a little chilly here in Kansas, and away we go. Our official for this match, Adriana Riveros. So Salas serving on the right side. Her partner is Longoria on the left. I think it will be important for Laime and Rivera to start well in this match. Threw the legs from Laime to the ceiling. Are you kidding me? Skip ball Longoria. Skip ball half out. Last season, Longoria Salas were in 7 out of the 8 doubles finals. Salas. Longoria. A little generous maybe from our official Riveros, but replay coming up. Soft hands from Longoria. Wow, that's a contentious call. Laime doesn't like it. Players had already asked for line judges before this match started. They're not getting one. I'm joined for this match by LPRT legend, Rhonda Rasic. Rhonda, thanks so much for joining us. Should be an interesting match.
I did. I said, whoa.
Well, we're trying to get Rhonda mic'd up here. Give us a second. Two serving one. Oh. Soft hands from Longoria.
Did you hear her in your?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right, fantastic.
Hopefully everybody else can hear you. Wow, Longoria.
That was almost a close call.
Yeah, got the ball to the front wall. Rivera couldn't. Rhonda, you've been playing singles, but in this situation, doubles for a long time. You played yesterday. This is one of those situations where normally it's doubles, I'll participate, but there's a lot of money on the line in this tournament.
There is. And thank you to Randy Root for having this Supermax Slam. I know we were supposed to have it in June, it got postponed, then it almost got moved, and then it got postponed, and here we are, and trust me, we are all so very grateful to be here, actually getting to play a little bit of racquetball again, and yeah, this is a tremendous event for the LPRT.
Longoria Salas, the 1 seeds, 5-1 lead, and continuing to do what they did 10 months ago, which is win matches.
Yeah, they don't look like they've missed a step right now. Good sync, good communication, good shot selection. They look very comfortable out there right now.
Just a reminder, over to our right, match about to start will be an all-Mexico affair. The winner will take on the winners here. 6-1 is the scoreline. Too many mistakes from Laime and Rivera in this first game.
Yeah, I think it's I think they'll settle in. I think they're leaving a few balls up that they were killing yesterday, and that's just comfort level. But you also have to give credit to Longoria and Salas because they don't leave anybody a whole lot of room to get comfortable.
Absolutely right. And you saw there Salas jumping over her partner's shot. Not surprisingly, it's 8-1. Rhonda, you've been here. This is your third tournament here, and we've seen the prize money rise. And for those of you not familiar with this tournament, we're here in Overland Park, Kansas. TeamRoot.com Supermax Slam, $60,000 in prize money. It's a pretty interesting and great experience to be here at the Jewish Community Center. It's a players-only tournament. Tell us your thoughts about being here.
Like I said, I can tell you all of us are extremely grateful to be here and to have an opportunity to play for the first time since March. And again, thank you to Randy Root for being able to have us here and making this such a spectacular event. It is a little different with the pros only format, but at the same time, it feels it kind of still feels like home. You know, like you're still surrounded by a lot of racquetball players, a lot of really good people. So you know, it's a great environment. This is a great club. I see that they're renovating, and based on what they've done with the front entrance already, I can tell you that the rest of the renovations are going to be outstanding when they get it done. So we're definitely looking forward to coming back here again. I know, speaking for myself and several others, I can definitely say that we all love this tournament. This is one of our favorites, and you know, this area is such a racquetball mecca in a way that there's a lot of support and a lot of players, and you know, it's a great place to play.
Another point for Longoria. Salas, 9 serving 1. Indeed, and if you get a chance, send Randy a message on Facebook or email, whatever, just to say thank you, because without him, we wouldn't be here. That will be a replay. That was an unusual bounce. Rivera didn't like the call. She was just checking with us. Were there court hinders? Yes, there are. We follow the IRF rules. Side out. Put yourself in the place of Laime, Rivera. You're playing a team that's really dominated doubles for several years. How do you play against them? Between the leg ceiling balls, maybe?
Just like that. That's in the game plan.
That's some good shooting. This high lob Z seems to be making Salas a little uncomfortable.
Well, and it helps too that again, following with the IRF rules, that you're allowed now to make contact and come out of the box right away as a server, rather than having to wait for the ball to cross the short line that we had for so many years before. So it allows a little bit different mix-up on the serve because of how you can move out of the box now.
Smart shot from Longoria, wide angle. Side out, 9-4. If you're just joining us, this is the second of our quarterfinals on this court in doubles, and then we'll go back to the singles semifinals this afternoon. Clean hitting from Rivera on the left side.
Yeah, it looks like Longoria and Salas really settled into their flow fairly quickly, and it looks like Brenda and Maciel are trying to still kind of find their groove. They'll have a few good shots, a few good rallies, but having that comfort and consistency rally after rally takes a little time.
That was a smart play from Rivera.
That's going to help. That's going to help.
Longoria picked up the ball, covered the court really quickly to get there, but left herself out of position, and that's where Salas has to see it and run left to cover it. Skip ball, Longoria, side out. It's better from Laime Rivera. 5 serving 10. you're playing Longoria Salas, do you attack one player over the other, or do you just play your game?
I think you just got to play your game. I mean, unless you can identify if one of them just happens to be having a really off day, you kind of just got to go with focusing on yourself and what you do best.
Salas back in the service box, 10-5. She's very well known for her power. Upset loss in the singles yesterday. USA, your teammate Holly Scott overcoming Salas in a tiebreaker win. That was a marquee win for her.
I'm bummed I missed that. I wanted to see that, but it sounds like Holly was playing good, hard, smart ball.
Unfortunately for Scott, she came up against Martinez, who you came up against yesterday. Martinez playing really well this weekend.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing her yesterday, and you know, I was happy to, you know, be on the court with you know, such a great player, and you know, see the things that I was kind of surprised I was doing well, and then also see the things that I know I need to work on. But it's been difficult with no court time. They haven't opened the courts in my area, so I haven't been able to actually swing a racket on a court. I've been hitting here and there on top of my parking garage.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, all I can really hit is straight ins. You know, can't work on any angles or serves or ceiling balls or anything like that. But it just from my end, it just felt good to be on a court and compete and, you know, have someone to play with and have those angles and have those, you know, game time moments to feel it out.
Well, and I will say, I covered your match yesterday, and I mentioned it later, that if anyone wants to go and look at a racquetball clinic of how racquetball should be played, both of you played extremely well, hitting a lot of winners, making few mistakes. It was a high-quality match.
You must have been watching mostly her, because I can only remember all my mistakes.
No, but I promise you, Rhonda, you played well. You played the way that you can play.
I was gonna say, I did feel like I played better than I expected to, like I said, with no court time, but I do know that physically my body felt good. Jammed some bones in my hand at some point, but other than that, like my body itself felt good. My cardio felt great. Like everything about how I physically and mentally felt really, really good. Much better than I expected. It was just, you know, the execution of the racquetball part that I felt I was sorely lacking.
Behind the back from Rivera on the left side, didn't get it. Another point for Team Mexico. 2 points away from this first game, 13-5. Longoria doesn't even bother asking for a hinder. That's nice from Rivera. Second server. Replay. I might have asked for something more, but no complaints from Rivera. Go to my left, it's 9-5 in favor of Herrera Mejia. Longoria wanted 2 bounces, it was a no call. Brings up game point number 1, 14-5. And they stave it off.
Good full swing on that return.
Hard to control Salas's power, especially in doubles when everybody's so close together.
Yeah.
Wow, tough shot from Laime. Backhand. Long way to go in this first game. 6-14.
You were mentioning Samantha's power, and the other little ingredient to that too is, the way she hits it, it's always got some kind of a spin on it, and it's not necessarily the same spin every time. So reading it, moving it that fast, and then trying to figure out where it's going to go once it hits the front wall based on her spin is it's a whole nother ballgame as far as trying to be in the right place to go get it.
Longoria tried to guide it into the right corner. Second server agreed, and sometimes she earns points just because of that sheer power of somebody trying to control it who doesn't normally see that.
Correct.
Here it comes. This is a good rally. Oh my goodness.
And the wallpaper.
Ceiling ball winner from Longoria. They take the first 15-6. We'll take a break. We'll be back for game number 2 here in just a minute.
Gearbox.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim Backhurst, Rhonda Racich joining you for this quarterfinal in doubles. Longoria Salas, the 1 seeds, comfortable in game 1, 15-6. Rhonda, you talked about settling into this match. Laime Rivera, okay, now it's not time to settle in. It's game 2. You've got to win this one.
Yeah, and they've got to go in with a sense of urgency and start to attack. I mean, you still got to be smart about it and have a certain degree of patience to let your shots come to you without forcing them. But when you've got the opportunity to put the rally away in your favor, or at least create a higher degree of difficulty for the other team, you got to be able to do that. Like you just said, it's crunch time. if they don't do it now, they won't have an opportunity to do it in the breaker.
Well, I want to give you some statistics just to give you an idea of how difficult this might be. Longoria in doubles is 133-7. Salas 104-10. So 95%, 91% win ratio makes it very, very difficult to create that upset. When we look at Laime Rivera, 30 and 36%. So the odds, as the Hunger Games go, are not in their favor.
What movie was it where the star said, "Never tell me the odds"?
I don't know. Jaws? I'm just kidding.
There he goes with the jokes.
Longoria, you can see why. Kill shot. Just a reminder, we have 2 channels going on our LPRT page, so just go to LPRT on Facebook, scroll down, and you can see our other match going on to our right. Laime Rivera, this is their 15th Pro Tour match. 5 wins, 9 losses so far. They got to where they're supposed to be as the 8th seed, the quarterfinalists, but they're looking to get some additional ranking points from this tournament. Worth saying, we talked about the money, a lot of prize money, both in singles and doubles. Also a lot of ranking points.
Yeah. I think we all saw the dollar signs and forgot about the points part of the equation.
Of course, our entire season was affected by the coronavirus and will continue to be affected throughout the next few months, I suspect.
I think that'll be interesting too. You know, the way that our season and our schedule has been affected moving forward with the ranking points and how those will shape out when there's such a limited amount of points to choose from.
It really will mean how you perform at each tournament is so important.
Right.
So Laime Rivera take a lead, 2-1. I will say, Rhonda, this tournament it's been a who's who of women's racquetball, where 18 of the top 20 on tour are here, and then we sprinkle in a few others who aren't able to come. Very often, Martinez, who you played, Barrios, both seated in the 20s, and they're in a semifinal.
Hey, how much?
Yeah, I had to play Gabby as a 21 seed yesterday.
Well, I'm sure her seeding is going to rise considerably after this tournament. Of course, we start streaming that 5 p.m. Central Time tonight. Salas aggressive, got away with it. Skip Rivera. One serving 3. Combined, Longoria, Salas have played 101 matches together on tour. They've lost 5. A few of those matches have been against 2 players over to our right, Herrera and Mejia, the current U.S. Open champions. They're going to meet each other in the semifinals if seedings progress as expected. That'll be an interesting match for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Laime Rivera wanting to say something else about that, though.
If that does shake out for this evening, it's always such a fun matchup to watch because you have 4 completely different game styles on the court at the same time.
All 4 from the same country. They've gone back and forth the last 2 or 3 matches as to who wins, and there's definitely some bragging rights. Uh-oh.
Jump! Jump!
Yep. What? Heard to hear our official. It's 4-3. Our other semifinal has already been confirmed. The new pairing of Mendez and Tejas will be taking on Rodriguez and Martinez from Guatemala. So that also will be one of those, wow, this is going to be an exciting match. Be sure to watch.
Absolutely.
Do you want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching and sharing the feed? We had all sorts of fun this weekend when our shipping carrier decided that maybe they didn't want to get our equipment here on time or in the right place. So we're making do with what we can, and I appreciate your patience. We're as frustrated as everyone else, I can assure you.
Hey, first tournament since March. Let's have a shipping hiccup too.
That's right. Let's go back to what we did 5 years ago.
Hey, at least we're here.
We're streaming.
We're
hope
here.
you're enjoying
We're
it.
streaming. We get to play a little racquetball for the first time in months, and I think we're all definitely thrilled to be here.
Skip ball from Laime. You can see that Rivera is the team captain of these two.
Yeah, I think her disposition is just a little more outgoing. Brenda's kind of like that quiet assassin, the way she plays.
Adriana. Score. 5-4. What's your take on that call? Replay was given. Voidable hinder?
I would have called it avoidable. The ball just came so far into the middle, and there's 3 other people jammed up in there. I mean, Samantha didn't really have anywhere to go, but just happened to be where the ball came into.
And I think what happens is Riveros is, 1, telling Laime you have to hit that, and 2, potentially endangering Salas in doing so.
Yeah, and that can be a dangerous shot to have to take when that avoidable doesn't get called, just to make the point.
Second serve. Side out. Good side out. Laime, Rivera. They're hanging around in game 2. 4-5. Diving get Salas. I thought she got it. Laime Rivera assumed she didn't.
I couldn't see it. Ball was right in front of her body from where I'm sitting, and I couldn't actually tell, but
clean hitting from Longoria, fist pump from Salas. Salas always looks intense, I think is the right word. Good shot, Laime.
Interesting choice there by Maziel to hug the left wall and basically just cover that line and make Paola choose to not hit that pinch.
Oh no, ball goes down the wall. It's one of those ones where it's like, oops, I'll take it.
Those are the ones when you hit them, you have to fist pump and say, home court.
That's right. Oh my. Smart, Rivera. Longoria maybe not trusting her opponent to pick, or teammate to pick that one up.
Yeah, they've had a couple of those where a ball ends up in that front right corner. Paola's moving to it sideways. I don't know that she can see Samantha is right there coming up to cover it from deep on the right, but I mean that's a 50-50 ball. I mean, they both have a shot at it.
Oh my goodness. Replay call. Samantha, well, she never looks happy, but she certainly isn't now. Not on the court, by the way. Off the court, she's fantastic to talk to, but you're not going to see Samantha smile too often on court. 6-6. Rivera and Laime, you feel the closer this is, the more they start to believe they can cause an upset.
Yeah, they're starting to swing away a little bit more. They're less hesitant with their shooting and less overthinking their shot selection. But again, Paola and Samantha just really don't give anyone a whole lot of wiggle room to get on any kind of a roll.
Second server, 7-6. Make that 8. Timeout on the court. 8 serving 6 in game number 2. Take a short commercial break. We'll be back with you in just a minute.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better. Racquetball and in life, they teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be number 1. Obviously, same with everybody. It's difficult, but with their help, I can work for it every single tournament and get better. Donations are greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small. It helps players like me reach our dream.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Rhonda Racich enjoying game 2 of this quarterfinal in pro doubles. Also have pro singles here and open singles. A lot of prize money in open singles, so we've seen a lot of players participating in that division as well. Very deep draw in open.
Tim, I was thinking about this during the break. You know, Paola and Samantha are so used to dictating the flow and the pace of play, which kind of forces their opponents, whoever they may be, to almost be constantly in reaction mode rather than dictation mode. And I think if any team can figure out a way to at least add to their, you know, like in football, time of possession, you know, during a run, it could be, you know, if you could at least even out the time that each team is dictating rather than reacting. I think that's you know, something to shoot for, at least as far as who is controlling the pace and the flow of the match.
So are you talking about time in the point or time between points?
Neither. I'm talking about putting pressure on your opponent by sort of being on offense.
The challenge for Laime and Rivera, though, is to be able to do that without making the unforced errors.
Right. Well, and it's also, like I said, that Paola and Samantha are so used to and good at dictating so often and for so long that, you know, to find a window to be able to squeeze in and try to get some dictation of your own is difficult.
Well, an avoidable hinder was called, and 9-6 was called. So Rivera is asked, she was talking about line judges because she's not happy with that call. But in fairness, Rivera's, our official, has given some calls that Longoria Salas haven't liked either. Ceiling ball game down the left side. Laime wins it.
And you could see there that she was relaxed, took a full swing, hit what she wanted to hit, and came up with a winner. She was comfortable when she hit that shot.
Why do doubles players on the Pro Tour not hit many jam serves? I just don't see it very often.
I think it depends on who you're playing against. I mean, some teams have a very good system for returning jams that it doesn't behoove the serving team to hit it. If you get into a situation where you find that team is very uncomfortable with that, then by all means, you know, do it all day. But if you've got a good system of communication and both returners have good forehands and good backhands, it's not. It can be less effective.
Laime with the big skip. We just haven't seen one in this match. And it's you know, hey, try one or two. Let's see if they do have that good system. And it's almost single serving in a doubles match.
Almost, yeah.
We're still at 6-9. Laime had an opportunity. Made the unforced error. Salas with the power. Side out. Soft hands from Longoria.
That's a smart shot. She had the entire left side because she had to back up to let the ball come out of that corner. It would have been so easy to hit it down the line, but both players were covering the obvious, and she hit a great pinch instead.
Great hands from Rivera to keep that alive. results in that skip that we talked about. They have to play clean. Rhonda, while I have you here, let's talk singles. Longoria has been world #1 for a number of years now, but if there's one person, if you asked her who do you not like playing, my guess is she's going to say Rhonda Racich.
Aw, shucks.
And I've seen you beat her a few times in the last few years. What is kind of that? How do you beat Paula Longoria?
For me personally, it's literally I have to leave my brain at the hotel room and not judge myself of like I'm doing good or I'm doing bad, or I literally just have to get my my body to do what it knows how to do, and get out of my own way. That's not to say that she's not an amazing player that's constantly putting pressure on everyone she plays, but you know, people have asked me the times that I beat her, like, what'd you do different? I'm like, I didn't do anything different. There's nothing different about me except that I simply didn't judge what I was doing as good or bad. I'm not playing good or bad. I'm just playing. And it's, you know, it's me adding pressure to myself of trying to do things, you know, rather than just go out and win a rally. I try to win it in a perfect way. And that tends to shoot myself in the foot when I do that. But I mean, my game plan is overall nearly the same every time as far as, you know, strategy and what I hope to accomplish by what I'm out there trying to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And, you know, sometimes she's on fire and there's nothing you can do to throw water on that fire. Other times, you know, you can see she might go through a spell or two where she might struggle for a few rallies, but even then, you know, she bounces back from those things better than most. And, you know, if you don't capitalize on them when you have the ability to, or the opportunity to, you know, the weight of that wasted opportunity can weigh heavy on the rest of a match.
Point for Rivera and Laime. 7 serving 12.
You remember that Monty Python Holy Grail movie? Did you ever see that?
I'm going to say yes, but you're going to have to continue with the statement.
The Black Knight, when he chops his arm off and says it's just a flesh wound, he chops his other arm off, he ends up chopping his legs off, and he's still, you know, just a stump sitting there saying that he's gonna, you know. I think that's part of, you know, if I can offer anything against any opponent, it is that mentality of, you know, I'm never gonna quit. I'm never not going to fight with everything I have, even after my arms and legs are chopped off. I'll still be crawling around trying to fight my way through and come out with the win. So.
Got a PG-13 stream this afternoon.
It's a comedic movie reference.
Great shot from sometimes where did that score come from? Rivera 9-12. Playing much better in this second game. Through the legs from Laime. Salas not giving Salas. Well, Rivera thought about it and changed her mind. Didn't call replay. Oh, now we do have a replay.
I think it hit her. I think Samantha's racket hit her.
Okay.
Which would be the right call.
shot, Rivera. Well, Longoria Salas are getting a stiff test in the second game. They're going to take a timeout. You don't see it too often. Timeout on the court. It is 10 serving 12. We'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be right back with you in just a minute. Welcome, everybody. We're back alive. It's 10 serving 12. A timeout was taken by Longoria Salas. You don't see that too often in doubles because they're usually the ones in the ascendancy, but a good run by the Formula Flow pair. And I should mention Formula Flow, Splat-Head, providing clothing for the LPRT, which you can purchase on lprtour.com.
I will also say, though, that Paola and Samantha coming back in after a timeout, they tend to be able to come in and respond very well after they take a timeout.
Okay, so I'm going to pick on you, Miranda, because I don't see you always taking your timeouts.
I don't, and there's a reason for that. I don't get tired, and I mean, unless.
But I mean, this situation, they're not tired. They just
I know.
want to regroup.
I know, but I think I tend to lean on my physicality a little bit in the way that unless there's something like I need to come outside, if I'm absolutely need to stop somebody's momentum, I will take the timeout. But if it's not a momentum thing, it's a let me go wrap my head around something thing, I would rather do that in the court and not give my opponent the chance to rest if I don't have to. And I mean, let's be real. All these ladies are in phenomenal shape. They're at the top of their game on the world stage of women's racquetball, and you know, the likelihood of someone losing a match because they're gassed is low. That said, I don't take, and I know that there's a lot of reasons to take timeouts. And my main reason why I don't take them very often is I want to physically be physically nonstop when I'm on the court.
She got it, Longoria. Not that one. Salas almost. Side out. 10-13, 5 points away from a tiebreaker, Laime and Rivera. This high lob Z seems to be effective today. Not that time, though. Vamos, says Salas, walking back. Half out. Wow, Rivera, we saw a jam serve, Rhonda.
We did.
How about that?
Ask and you shall receive.
Took a while. 11-13. Terrific backhand winner from Rivera, showing her power. Two bounces, side out. Salas, Longoria 2 points away from a place in the semifinals. They'll take either Herrera, Mejia, or Paria Rivera. That's Aaron Rivera. Yesterday, the two Riveras played each other.
But that was fun to call.
Oh, yeah. I predicted a Rivera win. Soft hands, Rivera. She was waiting for that pinch. Still 13-11. Longoria will shoot this. Salas puts it down. I was ahead of myself. It's game point number 1, match point number 1. 14-11. Reminder, 5 p.m. Central, we start the semifinals of singles and go well into the evening with doubles as well. Oh, goodness. What? It looked like Salas and Longoria hit their own rackets and the ball went sideways. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't like that call.
Wow.
Longoria, Salas both swung and the ball went sideways. It would have never hit that front wall. What was your take?
That was like one of those, I think they call it a bang-bang play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Salas and Longoria are getting away with this one, and this is where mentally you just have to get over it because it's match point.
True story.
Let's see if they can. It's second server, so they need this rally. Maciel, Rivera, Brenda, Laime. A little bit of drama to finish this second game. Laime.
That was how game 1 ended, was on that wallpaper ceiling ball.
It was. Through the legs from Laime.
It's a great rally.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. You see Rivera sink to the floor on our screen. What a game. What a match that was. Salas and Longoria advanced. They were well tested by the 8 seeds, though.
They were, and it was a great that was a great final rally for it to finish on by both teams. It just that last ball on the back wall just didn't come off. Too tough.
Well, I want to say thanks to Rhonda Racich for joining me this afternoon. Appreciate your insight and coverage. Of course, we'll be back at 5 p.m. Central for the singles semifinals, after which we'll see some doubles semifinals. So, on behalf of myself, Tim Baghurst, Rhonda Racich, and the LPRT, thanks so much for watching.
Professional racquetball converges on Kansas City, a city with a storied sports history. Enter the TeamRoot.com Supermax Slam. $60,000 in prize money on the line. The best athletes from around the world. This is the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour.